Hello, my name is Goetz and I'm currently a student here at Temple University. I'm a goalkeeper on the soccer team and was born in Augsburg, Germany. Augsburg is a city in the southeast of the country, and I grew up there with my family. My parents, Robin and Sandra, our dog Ginny, and my twin sister Sina. I think growing up as a twin really influenced me and made me the person I am today. As a twin, you don't only get to share your birthdays, but you also have to learn how to interact with a different personality from a very early age on. My Myers-Briggs style is INTJ, which means that I'm introverted and also feeling, and my sister is the exact opposite. She's very extroverted and also more the feeling type. Still, we had to manage to get along and work together as a team efficiently. And this does not only mean how we get mom to buy us our favorite ice cream, but also how to be successful, as we both went to the same elementary, middle and high school, and also be successful on the field as we were both student athletes. I think what we learned to do very well is help each other out in the aspects the other one was struggling in. So I could help my sister with math problems, or she could help me with presentations, as that's something I'm struggling with. So we both benefited from our combined talents, and I think that was something we learned to do very well. On the other side, we were both very competitive, and it's no question that this was a big part of our childhood. There was not only the extrinsic motivation of receiving an A, but also the intrinsic and more important motivation of getting a better grade than your sibling. We both graduated with a GPA in the top 10 of our class, which shows that we actually both benefited from our own little competition. And basically that's the person I am today. I'm a competitor, but most importantly I'm a team player, which has a high level of emotional intelligence and knows how to work together with different personalities. I think this is very important in today's business world, as teams dominate companies who are very successful. If you just look at Alphabet, who the Wall Street Journal just stated as the most valuable company in the world, and also Facebook, who was praised by the magazine for its high revenues in the third quarter. When I think about my biggest accomplishment, I would normally go with graduating with the highest GPA of my class. But since I play soccer and I'm from Germany, I have to go with beating the academy of FC Bayern Munich. FC Bayern Munich is the biggest soccer club in Germany, and they invest a lot of money in their academy. At that time, I just had joined our local academy, FC Augsburg, which is not as well recognized and a lot smaller. People were only talking about by how many goals we're going to lose. It was no question that we will lose. But still, you have to play the game, and so we met up at 7 a.m. in the morning and drove to Munich. When we arrived at the facility, which is state of the art and costed a lot of money, the professionals just had finished their practice, and guys our age in Bayern Munich jersey waited for them to sign autographs. So you go there and try to get in your warm-up routine, but all your thoughts are, how are we going to win this? There is no chance. But our coach, Coach Meyer, got us together right before the kickoff and found the right words to make us actually believe we can win this game. I remember him saying that they're going to beat us 363 days a year, but just not today. Today is our day, and we're going to show them that teamwork beats individual skill. So we went out there and we just played, and we played phenomenal. And we were up by 2-0 with 40 minutes in. Our captain, Jimmy, had a great game and allowed only a few chances, which I luckily could stop. And our forward, Fadlong, had already scored on a PK. But then, 5 minutes before halftime, Bayern Munich scored on a free kick, which I should have saved. The momentum switched and all my confidence was gone. But then again, our coach stepped up in halftime and found the right words to make us believe again. He said that we can't lose anything today. We scored 2 goals against a team nobody thought we could only score once. We could score in 1 goal again. On. And he also came up to me, tapped me on the shoulder, and said, "Forget about your mistake. You're here for a reason. We believe you can win us this game." And that was exactly what I needed. And really made me stop doubting myself and made me believe in myself again. And the second half was pure dominance by FC Bayern Munich. But we thought and we blocked a lot of shots and I could make a couple saves. But then 10 minutes before the end of the game, they scored again. It was 2-2 and all we tried to do is just to keep the score and get a tie. And then I still have the picture in front of my eyes. It was a shot to my left side and I dove for it and was lucky enough to get a hand on it and get the rebound. I just grabbed the ball and looked up and I saw Fatlum over there at midfield, and I just tried to hit the ball as far as I can, and he got there and he dribbled through 2 guys and then scored an amazing goal from 35 yards out. And the next thing I remember was the ref blowing the whistle, and we actually did it. We had won against Bayern Munich. It was the greatest feeling ever. And I think what makes this story so remarkable is not only beating FC Bayern Munich, but also how we came together as a team and worked for each other. And I think seeing the other guys so happy really made me memorize this event. And so I can proudly say this is my biggest accomplishment. The thing I'm going to talk about is transformational leadership. I think it is very important in today's business world, and I was also fortunate enough to have a transformational leader with Coach Meyer, who I already mentioned in the story about my biggest accomplishment. Transformational leadership consists of 4 different aspects. The first one is individualized consideration, which means that the leader invests in his followers one-on-one and learns their needs and interests. Our coach learned that I was introverted and also thinking, and he knew he had to come up to me and talk to me about my mistakes so in order to get up my confidence again so I could perform on a very high level. The second one is intellectual stimulation. And I remember at the beginning of every week, we watched film, and after we finished that, our coach always asked us how we as players think we can beat the opponent. And after that, combined with his knowledge about soccer, we figured out a match plan. The third one is idealized influence, which is your personal leadership foundation based on the life you have lived so far. And our coach was very young. He was only 27 years old. And he never actually played professional soccer because he told us he got injured on the way to a tryout for a professional academy. Still, he managed to become successful in the sport of soccer. He became a coach and coached on a very high level at a very young age. The last one is inspirational motivation, which means creating shared values and a shared vision among your followers. And what he did, you have to know that youth soccer in Germany involves a lot of money, and kids at the age of 14 get paid just to play their sport. So he managed to put the team on the first place, and with this we over me mentality he created, we were able to grow on the field as a team, but more importantly off the field as people. And I think that is really what made him such an exceptional leader.